This is 5 on your side at noon. Focused on you.
And we begin at noon with the weather as people hit the road for the holiday. Here's a live look at traffic on Interstate 64 in Chesterfield. Another sunny, well, sometimes partly sunny and unseasonably warm day, and it's only going to get warmer. Thanks for being here at noon. I'm Kay Quinn. We will not have a white Christmas, but there's a chance we'll have a wet one. Meteorologist Jim Castillo here with the Weather First forecast.
Yeah, can you imagine last year there was a white Christmas because we had over an inch of snow on the ground. And if you remember the 23rd, we had a high of 8 degrees. So this Christmas, this is Christmas Eve and also Christmas Day. Temperatures near 60 for the high and showers on the increase, especially Christmas Eve. And as we get into Christmas Day, rain at times. I'll get into amounts coming up in Maine weather in just a few minutes. But right now, like Kay was saying, some areas very sunny, others clouds are on the increase. And you can see that from Chesterfield to Cuba, Missouri. And it looks like Highland, Illinois, still very sunny at this point. A mix of sun and clouds in St. Louis, and look at this number, 51 degrees already. So we're in that milder air. It's here to stay through the Christmas holiday and all the way into Kwanzaa on Tuesday. So humidity is at 32%. We are dry today, dry tonight, most of tomorrow. And then we have rain chances beginning later tomorrow into tomorrow night. More on that coming up. Current wind speeds, not too gusty, but some of those gusts down around Sparta to 18 miles an hour on the Illinois side to 17 miles an hour, also around, looks like the Salem, Illinois area. Much more on how warm it'll be this weekend coming up in just a bit.
Okay, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you, Jim. Developing at noon, fire investigators are trying to find the cause of a fire that destroyed a home in St. Charles. Crews arrived to find the building on Hempstead Street fully engulfed. This is video provided to us from the fire department. A man and woman living in the home jumped from a second-story window to escape the flames. A third person got out on his own.
We believe that it started in the first floor around the Christmas tree. So we're going to do a complete investigation. We'll determine the exact cause, but at this point we believe it may be something to do with the Christmas tree. But we want to make sure everyone is cautious this time of year with Christmas, trees, electricity, and just be safe.
All 3 people were taken to a hospital as a precaution. A bar in South St. Louis is open once again 2 days after a police cruiser slammed through its front window. Just hours before the reopening, one of the bar's owners walked out of jail after prosecutors reduced charges against him. Police say Chad Morris punched an officer after Monday's crash, but his attorney says surveillance video shows the officers were the one in the wrong. Right now, we still don't have many answers from police about exactly what happened that night. 5 on your side's Laura Barczewski has more on the support many are showing for the bar owner.
It all started early Monday morning when James Pence was shaken out of bed. He and his husband Chad Morris live above their bar, Bar PM in South City. Surveillance video shows a St. Louis police vehicle crashing into the front of the bar.
I was loud. I was very vocal. But I never did anything to make any officer feel like I was trying to harm them or anything. I wanted to know why there was a police vehicle sitting in my building.
Pence was briefly detained by officers at the very tense scene, but Morris was arrested, charged with multiple felonies, including assaulting a police officer and held without bond. Those charges have since been reduced, and he walked out of jail Tuesday afternoon. Hours later, he spoke to a crowd at the bar.
I just want to say thank you all for your support and for letting me get to spend my husband's birthday with you. So thank you guys.
Morris walked away from the incident with multiple injuries. Their attorney says unreleased video shows the bar owners weren't the ones in the wrong here and were trying to get answers.
The video shows him being dragged to a car with his clothes ripped off of him. He's stunned, and then they body slam him into the hood of a car, and then they don't secure him. They throw him onto the floor of the back of a police wagon and drive off.
Alderwoman Ann Schweitzer says she's been pressing the department for answers.
Yeah, I've managed to talk with Chief Tracy multiple times. I think they've been very responsive to me, and I know they're investigating what happened, and I hope that it comes to a speedy resolution.
And all while this is happening, the community is rallying around them, more than 100 people showing up at the bar on a Tuesday.
It was amazing to see everybody come together, and it was crisis mode. We had to do something, and we had to do it now. And these guys do so much for the community.
Laura
St. Louis Mayor Tashora Jones released a statement saying, in part, the officers involved will be held accountable for any and all misconduct committed while on duty. As for the St. Louis Police Department, it still hasn't offered any information or answered our questions about what happened. New at noon, janitors at Anheuser-Busch are getting union representation. Starting January 8th, Clean Tech will assume control of day-to-day operations. Aramark was initially awarded a 3-year janitorial services contract with AB. That was back in May. While Aramark will remain non-union, it'll subcontract janitorial services to Clean Tech in order to avoid a prolonged labor dispute with SEIU. The Missouri Supreme Court has struck down a law that banned homeless people from sleeping on state land. The judges ruled unanimously to toss the law for violating a section of the Missouri Constitution that prohibits legislation from containing multiple unrelated subjects. The same law also banned COVID-19 vaccine requirements for public workers. The judge's ruling means homeless people no longer face jail time after an initial warning, and that vaccine mandates for public workers are now allowed in Missouri. Happening in the next hour, Missouri Governor Mike Parson will be in St. Louis. He'll unveil the Giving Machine at the West County Mall. The vending machine allows you to donate items to people in need. You can donate things like clothing, baby supplies, and even medicine, ranging from $5 to $250. A ribbon cutting is planned for 1 p.m. There are 5 days until Christmas. That's right, the clock is ticking to get your gifts out to family and friends on time. Here are some dates you'll want to know. Tomorrow is the last day to get your gifts out for FedEx one-day shipping. Friday is the deadline for same-day shipping. Today is the deadline for second-day air shipping for UPS. And the last day we can send presents using UPS next-day air services, that's tomorrow. As for the post office, today is the last day for Priority Mail Express. If you're leaving town this weekend, you'll want to fill the gas tank now. Prices are low, but they're starting to creep up a little bit. Gas prices in St. Louis at $2.75 a gallon. In the Metro East, it's more expensive, $3.13 a gallon. The national average is $3.10 a gallon. AAA predicts 115 million Americans will travel 50 miles or more from home this holiday season. Still ahead, the Colorado Supreme Court removes Donald Trump from the state's primary ballot, what it means for his campaign, and how his Republican rivals are reacting. A music room sits silent no longer, the program helping get instruments into the hands of young aspiring musicians.